my guy yogis. Today I have a flow just for you that focuses on working your hips, your hamstrings, and your shoulders, which based on my continuing education in yoga for men, I know that those are the tightest areas on your body. So with that, for class today, you are going to need a yoga strap. If you do not have one of these lying around, totally cool, use a belt. And another thing you're gonna have the option to use is a yoga block. Instead, you can use a couch pillow. So, grab your props and I will see you guys on the mat. All right, we are going to get started on our mats in a tabletop position. So for tabletop, you want to stack your shoulders on top of your wrists and your hips on top of your knees, creating a surface that kind of looks like a tabletop. In this posture, we're going to get a little bit into our spine and into our back early in class. So drop your belly down, let your shoulders kind of pop towards the sky. Lift your gaze high, take an inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, push your hands into the mat, dome through your shoulder blades. Find a cat pose. Good. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, take an inhale, find a cow pose. Exhale, push your hands into the mat and dome up, cat. Good, take another cat-cow here, inhale. Exhale, push your palms into the mat, actively push them in. Take one more cat-cow. Inhale, feel your belly drop down. Exhale, feel your spine curve up towards the sky. Good. From here, take a second. Come to stand on your knees, and if you have any pain throughout class standing on your knees, just double over your mat, just like this. If this is how you go throughout class, that's totally cool. You always want to protect your joints. So in this position, shake out your shoulders a little bit. We're going to be taking a few shoulder stretching breaks in between all of the intense stretches. Make sure you utilize these because this is definitely going to get you the power you need to keep going. All right, find your way back into a tabletop position. And we'll start in one shoulder stretch, which is called a puppy dog pose. For puppy dog, come onto your forearms. From there, keep your glutes high and walk your hands out as far as you can get them away from your body, sinking your chest closer and closer to the ground. Good, take another inhale through your nose. Exhale, sink a little deeper into your puppy pose. You should feel this stretch in your back as well as in the top front of your shoulders. Take a few more breaths, inhale. Exhale, sink it down. Let this intense stretch help your shoulders open up with every exhale you take. Take one more breath, inhale. Exhale, sink down a little further. Good, from here, bring your weight up to your hands. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders for a tabletop. And again, we're going to let ourselves shake out our shoulders, taking circles towards the back, and then circles towards the front. And now that we shook them out a little bit, we're going to get moving to stretching our legs. Bring your hands down into a tabletop position. Flip up onto your toes. And before we get into our legs, actually, let's just rock our weight forward and back, feeling the stretch in the soles of our feet. Our feet hold up our whole bodies. They hold up all of our weight, and it's such a small surface area. We gotta give our feet some love. Give our base some love. Continue to rock yourself forward and back, stretching in the soles of your feet and even your toes. Good, find a stable tabletop position. Relax your feet and wiggle your toes, roll your ankles to get a little bit of blood flow back in them. Replant your toes onto the ground, heavy down into your hands. Lift your hips up high, straightening your knees, and push yourself up and back for a downward facing dog. This may be intense on your shoulders, so if at any time in class you need to come out of your down dog, just drop down to your knees. Good, shake out your shoulders a little bit, and then join us back up in a downward facing dog. In this posture, we're gonna get into our legs a little bit. So pedal out your dog, meaning drop one heel, drop the other. Allow your hamstrings, your calves to open up. Early in class, this may feel intense. I feel it right now, to be completely honest. Good, we're gonna take one more breath, moving our feet just like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or walk your feet towards your hands and make sure your feet are shoulder width distance for a ragdoll pose. In ragdoll, your upper body is completely limp. You're letting gravity bring your upper half down towards the ground as you stretch in the back of your legs, feeling this in your hamstrings and calves. Option to sway side to side or option to find stillness. Bring your hands to opposite elbows, again creating a little bit more weight with gravity to pull your upper half down. Take another breath here, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Good, drop your hands, switch your grip to even it out on both sides. Inhale. Exhale. Good, from here release your hands. Toe heel your feet in just a little bit. Your feet do not have to touch. Take them in whatever width feels comfortable in your body. From there, slowly rise yourself up one vertebra at a time, feeling the stretch in your back, all the way up to the top. Good. From here, we'll take 2 shoulder rolls to the back, shrugging your shoulders towards your ears, then dropping them down your back. Good. And we'll take 2 shoulder shrugs forward and roll. One more. Good. From here, bring your hands to heart center, drift your eyes closed. This is where we will start to welcome ourselves into our space. And by into our space, I know that's like, what the heck does that mean, Tosi? What I mean is your space is where you are right now on your mat. Whatever room you're in, if you're outside, that is your space. And to welcome yourself into it means to make yourself aware of where you are in the present moment. To make yourself focus on being in the present moment, not drifting away your thoughts to some tasks you need to complete, but really staying here, but really staying in the here and now. So with that, we'll take one more inhale through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. Bring your hands down by your side, blink your eyes open, and we will flow through Sun A 2 times together. Inhale, sweep your arms up high, sending your fingertips away from your body, creating tension in your arms. Good. Exhale, drop your right arm down, reach your left arm over towards your right side to feel a stretch in your left side body for a side body stretch. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high. Exhale, this time drop your left arm, reach your right arm over to your left side to feel the stretch in your right side body. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, goal post your arms out, creating your elbows at a 90 degrees. Allow your hips to bump forward as you release your chest up towards the sky. Take a mini back bend. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands down through heart center and onto your mat. Inhale, place your hands on your thighs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze your elbows in towards your body. Shift weight into your toes to hover in your heels and engage your core. This is your halfway lift. Good. Exhale, plant your hands down on the mat. Allow your knees to bend to help you with this motion. step your feet back into a high plank position. From here, lower your elbows 90 degrees, keeping your elbows tucked in. Flip to the tops of your toes if this is comfortable. If not, keep your toes on the ground. Inhale, lift your chest up high, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your glutes up towards the sky. Flip back onto your toes. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or walk your feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your thighs, find your halfway lift. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other as you squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. Shift weight onto your toes once again, hover in your heels. Inhale. Exhale, place your hands down close to the mat. Inhale, mountain pose, send energy out through your fingertips, creating tension. Exhale, drop your right arm, reach your left arm over, side body stretch. Inhale, mountain, rise your arms up once again. Exhale, drop your left arm, reach your right arm over. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, cactus out your arms. Bump your hips forward, relax your head back. Inhale, mountain, sweep your arms high. Exhale, forward fold, bring your hands through heart center and close to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, place your hands on your thighs. Squeeze your elbows together, shift weight onto your toes once again. Exhale, plant your hands onto the mat. Step your feet back for a high plank. Lower your elbows 90 degrees. Option to flip to the tops of your toes if this feels okay. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thread your chest through your shoulders. Allow for a release in your low back. Exhale, lift your hips. Flip back to your toes and push yourself back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or walk your feet up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your palms to your thighs. Push your hands into your legs as much as you push your legs back into your hands, hovering in your heels. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, drift your eyes closed. Take another breath just like that. Inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open, bring your hands down by your side. How's everyone feeling? I hope we feel good. I wanted to create a space for you men to just flow without any judgment. This isn't intimidating. We're just doing a little bit of movement. So I hope with that you're doing good, and we'll meet back at the top of our mat and work on our Sun B. In our Sun B, we're gonna be using our straps and our blocks. So make sure that you have those close to you. Bring your hands down by your side. Bring your hands down by your side. Face your palms forward. Good, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down your back. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high. Again, creating tension by reaching your fingertips away. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down through heart center and down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands on your thighs. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your feet back for a high plank position. Lower your elbows. Flip to the tops of your toes if you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thread your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, flip back to your toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Listen for a change here, guys. Inhale, lift your right leg. That can be a hover over the ground. That can be lifting up higher. Whatever feels good in your body. Good. Exhale, shift your weight into a high plank position. Bring your right knee in towards your nose and then step your right foot up towards the top of your mat for a low lunge. We have an option here to use blocks underneath our hands if you need a little bit more height. If you don't, totally cool, you don't need them. In this posture, we are going to stay for 3 breaths. You have an option to place your block again underneath your left knee. Drop your left knee down. This stretch is primarily for your left hip flexor. So if you want to drop your knee down to get a little bit deeper in a stretch, I recommend that. If you want to have a little bit more power today, keep your left knee up. Wherever you are, keep your hands down on the mat. You actually have an option to bring them up to your right knee if you choose, whatever feels better. We're holding this, whoa! We're holding this for 2 more breaths. See, not everything's perfect with balance. You wobble a little bit. Take 1 more inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Sink that left hip down a little further. Good, place your hands back on the mat if they aren't there already. Flip back to your left toes, lift your left knee off the ground. Heavy down into your feet. Grow light in your hands, hover your fingertips. Inhale, reach your arms high, find your crescent lunge. Crescent lunge is just a fancy name for a forward lunge with your arms raised. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. For warrior 2, parallel your back foot to the short side edge of the mat. Rebend into your right knee and pull your right knee back towards your right pinky toe to open up your hip a little more. Tee out through your arms. Again, send energy out through your fingertips as you pull your shoulder blades in towards each other. And gaze over your top hand, your right hand. Good, take 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, sink into your right knee just a little bit more. Inhale, straighten your front leg, raise your arms up. This time, bump your left hip back. Shift your right arm forward until you can't anymore, feeling the stretch on the inside of your right leg. And then tick-tock your right arm down, your left arm high for a triangle pose. In this posture, we have an option to bring our block underneath our right hand to help with support just a little bit. Good, take an inhale. Feel the stretch inside your right leg on your exhale. Good, inhale, tee out your arms, lift your chest high. Parallel both feet to the short side edges of the mat. Go ahead and grab your strap or your belt. We are going to be taking a wide-legged forward fold with a chest expansion to get into your shoulders. For chest expansion, you are going to grab the belt or strap with your right hand, place it behind your back. Your palm should be away from your body. Good. In this, there's no slack in your strap. If you can see that, we're having it tight. Once you have that tension in your strap, thread your chest through. Feel your chest rise towards the sky. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold with chest expansion. Allow your chest to float down towards the ground and then back towards your legs as you let your hands float down towards your head. Good, we're holding here for a few breaths. Make sure you do not lock out your knees. If you feel that they're locked out, just create a little micro bend. Protect your joints. Good, we have 2 more breaths. Allow your shoulders to relax with every exhale you take. Take 1 more breath, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift your chest up. Use your legs and your core to help with this motion. Good, you can drop your strap down. We don't need it anymore. Tee back out through your arms. Bring your right toes back towards the top of your mat and rebend into your right knee to find your warrior 2 once again. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bring your right arm up and back, high-fiving the back wall. Feel the stretch in your right side body. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to your mat. Once your hands are there, pivot onto your back toes. Pull your right toes back to equal your left, finding a high plank. And flow your high to low plank. Thread your chest through your arms. Lift your chest high, upward facing dog. Flip back to your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. We will take this all on the opposite side. But before that, hang out in this posture, downward facing dog, for 2 breaths. Again, now's your chance to shake out your shoulders if you need. Come onto your knees. If your knees have pain, double over your mat. Good, and if you don't want to shake it out, really sink into this stretch, feeling it a little deeper in the back of your legs. Notice if this feels different in the posture now versus the beginning of class. Good, everyone meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift or hover your left leg. Again, this can be a slight hover, this can be a large lift, whatever feels good in your body. Exhale, shift your way into a high plank position. Pull your left knee in towards your nose and step your left foot to the top of your mat for a low lunge. Now in this posture, we want to find good positioning. So make sure your knee is stacked on top of your ankle. If your knee is over like this, walk your foot out further in front to find that good alignment. Again, we have an option to plant our hands on a block. We also have an option to drop our right knee down towards the ground. Good, to feel the stretch a little bit deeper in our right hip, which is what I recommend. Bring your hands up onto your left knee if you have your balance. If not, keep your hands down. You don't want to be focused too much on balance. If you don't have the balance right now, that's totally cool. We mainly want you to have the stretch in your right hip flexor. Good, take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. 1 more breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bring your hands back onto the mat if they aren't there already. Re-engage your back foot by flipping onto your right toes. Lift your right knee off the ground. Move your block over. Good. From here, heavy down into your feet. Grow light in your hands, so much so that you lift your chest up, raising your arms, finding your crescent lunge or your forward lunge with arms raised. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Parallel your back foot with the short side edge of the mat. Recommit to bending into your left knee and pull your left knee back towards your left pinky toe to open up your hips a little more. Send energy out through your fingertips and gaze over your left hands. Good. Inhale. Exhale, sink down a little further. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Good. Bump your left hip back. Shift your left arm forward until you can't anymore. Tick-tock your left arm down, your right arm high. Find your triangle pose. You should feel the stretch along the inside of your left leg this time. Again, option to place your block down, creating a little bit more support. This is my favorite posture to use blocks. If you don't have a block, again, a couch pillow doesn't really work for this one, but I would maybe try and get a book or something a little more sturdy. Take 1 more breath in your triangle pose. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, tee out your arms, lift your chest high. Good. Exhale, flip both feet parallel to the short side edges of your mat. This is where we're going to want to grab our strap to take our shoulder expansion, chest expansion. Good. So grab hold of the strap in your right hand, face your palms away from each other. Make sure there's no slack in your strap. So pull it tight, create tension. Good, squeeze your shoulder blades together, puff your chest up towards the sky to prepare. Take an inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold with chest expansion. Allow your chest to float down, and if your arms go a little further, allow that to happen. Micro bend in your knees to make sure you're protecting your joints. We're here for 2 more breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Good, slowly lift your arms back. Lift your chest high. Good, relax your strap down to the ground. You don't need that right now. Tee out through your arms. Bring your left toes towards the top of your mat and rebend into your left knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. This time, lift your left hand up and back towards the back of your mat. Feeling a stretch in your left side body. Exhale, place your hands down onto the mat. Pivot onto your back toes. Pull your left foot back to equal your right. Find your high to low plank. Fun fact, this is called a chaturanga. You've been doing this throughout the whole class. This is just called something different. Thread your chest through your shoulders, upward facing dog. Exhale, facing dog, flip to your toes, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or walk your feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high, sending energy out through your fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, drift your eyes closed. Take an inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open. Bring your hands down by your side. We're gonna float through Sun B one more time on both sides. This time linking breath to movement, which just means we're gonna go a little bit quicker, holding for shorter amounts of time, but getting more into a flow, more into a little bit of a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So meet me back at the top of your mat and we'll get started. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands down through heart center, down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, form a number 7 with your body, engaging your core by shifting your weight onto your toes. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your feet back, high to low plank. Get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Inhale, upward facing dog, thread your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, flip back to your toes, push yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift or hover your right leg. Exhale, shift your weight into your hands, pull your right knee in towards your nose, and then step your right foot forward in between your hands for a low lunge. We're not here for quite as long, so no need to set your block down. Hover in your hands, grow strong in your feet. Inhale, lift your chest up high, lift your arms, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Pivot your back heel so your back foot is parallel to the short side edge of the mat. Rebend into your right knee and pull your right knee back towards your right pinky toe. Send energy out through your fingertips, gaze over your right hands. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Bump your left hip back. Already feeling the stretch inside your right leg. Shift your right arm forward until you can't anymore. Then tick-tock your right arm down, your left arm high for a triangle pose. Good, take another breath, inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale, lift your arms, tee them out. Parallel both feet with the short side edge. Go ahead and grab your strap, find your grip, palms facing away from your body, behind you. Inhale, puff up your chest, create tension in that strap. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold with chest expansion. Again, not here for much longer, so take a breath, make sure you're not hyperextending your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest up, lift your arms, use your legs to help you. Drop your strap, tee out through your arms. Exhale, bring your right toes towards the top of your mat, bend into your right knee for a warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, high five the back wall with your right hand. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Heavy down into your palms. Pivot onto your back toes. Pull your right foot back and flow your high to low plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thread your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, flip to your toes. Push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Guys, that was real fast. I'm really proud of you if you stuck with me on that. We're gonna take this all over to the other side, but before that, come down to your knees, shake out your shoulders, give yourself some time to breathe. I'm out of breath. I don't know if you can tell, but I am. I feel like I say this in every one of my classes, but it's so true. All right, bring your hands back down to the mat. Find yourself in a downward facing dog. We will move on to the left side, the last time we flow through this sunbeam. Inhale, float your left leg, lift it as high as you want. Good. Exhale, shift your weight into a plank position. Pull your left knee in towards your nose. Step your left foot through your hands for a low lunge. Again, we're not here long, no need to grab your block. Heavy down into your feet, feel your toes push into the mat. As you lift your arms and chest high, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Parallel your back foot with a short side edge. Re-bend into your left knee. Pull your left knee back towards your left pinky toes. Gaze over your left hand. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, straighten your front leg, lift your arms high. Bump your right hip back this time, feeling the stretch inside your left leg. Shift your left arm forward, then tick-tock your left arm down, your right arm high for a triangle pose. Take an inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, tee out your arms. Parallel both feet to the short side edges and grab your strap. Find your grip again on the strap, creating tension. Inhale, puff your chest up to prepare. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold with chest expansion. Try not to hyperextend your knees. That's definitely my go-to. I always do that. So when I say my cues, I'm doing it to help remind myself as well. Take one more breath in this posture. Allow your shoulders to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest up, lift your arms. Drop your strap down. Tee out through your arms. Good. Exhale, bring your left toes towards the top of your mat. Sink down into your left knee for a warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, bring your left arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to your mat. Spiral onto your back toes. Connect your left foot with your right. Find your high to low plank. Last one of class, everyone. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or walk your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, forward fold, release your arms down. Inhale, mountain, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take one breath here, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Good, blink your eyes open. My guys, we did it. That was all Sun B. You guys killed it. I can tell through the camera. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna be on our mat the rest of the time. You did the hard stuff. Now that your body's loose, we're gonna get into stretching our legs just a little bit more, using our straps, and then we'll do some relaxation. So stick with me if you want the best part of class, and we will meet on our mats. Once you've found your way onto your mat, I want you guys to keep hold of your strap and relax yourself down on the ground. Sometimes this feels so good once you've been moving so much. Laying down is a restorative posture. Don't ever underestimate that. Now that we're in this posture, we are going to stretch our legs a little more. So lift your right leg up towards the sky. Bring your strap or your belt and loop it around the ball mount of your feet, which is underneath your toes, but not quite to the center of your foot. Option to relax your left leg down onto the mat to feel the stretch a little more intensely. And then pull your toes towards your face as you pull your leg back towards your head. Oof! Yeah. If your legs start shaking, that means you're doing it right. Also, if your legs don't shake, that means you're more flexible than I am. So either way, my yogis, you are doing it correctly. Good, we're here for just 2 more breaths. Allow yourself with every exhale to release a little bit more control. There's no expectations, no one telling you what to do here except for your mind and your body. Talking in conjunction with each other. Take 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Good, release your strap away from your foot. Shake your right leg a little bit. Bring some blood flow back into it. And then place your right foot on the ground. From there, lift your left leg up. Find your strap again on the ball mount of your left foot, which means underneath your toes, but not quite at the center of your foot. Relax your right leg down to feel this stretch a little more. And then pull your toes towards your face as you pull your left leg up towards your head. Good, we're taking a few breaths here. Starting to calm your mind, slowing your heart rate. And also starting to give thanks to your body for all that it does for you every day. Taking you to and from your job, to and from the gym. Allowing yourself to put up with all of the stress that society puts on men. To just be perfect and be all these superheroes, which you guys are superheroes, but that is a lot of pressure. So let this be a safe space for you to just be whatever it is you want to be. If you want to be a superhero, by golly, you be a superhero here. If you want to just chill out, then you can just chill out here too. Take whatever you need and let that be at the forefront of your mind as we take 1 more breath and release a little bit more control. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good, release your strap. Shake out your left leg, bringing blood back into your left leg this time. From here, we will pull our knees into our chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock and roll yourself from side to side, massaging your spine just a little bit. We're gonna take some simple supine twists, which is just a fancy name for a back stretch. So bring your hands out. You can cactus them or you can bring them to a T, keeping your knees in towards your chest. From there, drop both of your knees over to the left side while keeping your right shoulder connected to the mat. Again, if your legs are like this and they don't touch, that's fine. You can grab a block or a pillow, place it in between your legs to help you with this stretch. Gaze over your right hand and allow your spine to twist a little deeper with every exhale you take. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your knees back to center. Option to remove your block or keep it. We're just moving to the other side. Pull your knees into your chest to reset your spine. From here, re-tee out your arms. Drop your knees over to the right side of your mat. Most importantly, again, keeping the connection between your left shoulder and the mat. Gaze over your left hand. Drift your eyes closed and allow your spine to twist and wring out any tension you may have for the rest of this class. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Pull your knees in. Reset your spine. And the last stretch that we're going to take in class is a hip opener. So place your feet onto the ground and then allow the soles of your feet to come together, dropping your knees down. If your knees are right here, that is fine. Gravity, as we go throughout this posture, is going to pull your knees down even more. And if you want a little bit of support, you have an option to bring your blocks, stack them underneath your hips or your knees to create a little bit of a shove, if this is very intense. If you want to push yourself a little bit, remove the blocks and allow your knees to float closer and closer to the ground with every exhale you take. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. And allow your body to feel a connection between your heartbeat and your breath, creating this sense of awareness that we often don't have time to take. We're often running, going everywhere. We don't give ourselves time to just be aware of our body and mind connection. So take the time here on your mat. You came here for a reason. Take this time to find that connection, while also letting your hips open a little bit more. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. 1 more deep breath. Fill up, inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down by your knees. Close them in like a book. Take this as slowly as you need. I know that was an intense stretch. Pull your knees into your chest and rock and roll yourself forward and back until you find yourself in a seated position on your mat. Find yourself crisscross applesauce or with your legs straight out in front of you, whatever feels more comfortable. Bring your hands to heart center, drift your eyes closed. I thank you guys so much for coming to class today and for clicking on my video. Yoga for men can be intimidating or fun. Whatever reason you clicked, I'm happy you did. And I look forward to seeing you more in my classes. Together we bow forward and say namaste.